In the foggy spring of 1960, a strange shadow fell over London. A large cargo vessel, the Demeter's Shadow, had just docked at the port of London, its holds heavy with crates from Eastern Europe. In the days that followed, a chilling and inexplicable sickness began to grip the city, and its first victim was a vibrant young woman named Lucille Ward. Lucille was known for her radiant energy, a beacon of life in the bustling city. But after the ship's arrival, her light began to dim. It started subtly. She felt a profound weariness, a fatigue that no amount of rest could cure. Her skin, once rosy, turned as pale as bleached bone. Her friends and family watched in helpless confusion as she withered before their eyes. Throughout her decline, a mysterious figure was often seen lingering near her home, a tall, unnaturally thin man wrapped in a heavy, dark coat, his face always obscured by shadow and the brim of a wide hat. He never spoke, never interacted with anyone. He simply watched, a silent sentinel marking the slow decay of Lucille's life. No one knew who he was or what he wanted. He was just there, a constant, unsettling presence. One of Lucille's closest friends, a young nurse named Mina Carter, was determined to understand what was happening. Mina had seen many illnesses in her career, but Lucille's condition defied all medical explanation. Her friend was losing blood, but there were no wounds, no cuts, no visible source for the loss. Lucille complained of terrifying nightmares, of a dark presence that visited her in her sleep, draining her of her very essence. Mina stayed by her side, witnessing the horrifying progression firsthand. One night, as Mina kept vigil, Lucille awoke with a scream, her eyes wide with terror, pointing to the window where the tall man stood watching from the street below. The next morning, Lucille was gone. She passed away peacefully in her sleep, the doctors said, but Mina knew better. Something had hunted her, something had taken her. The funeral was a somber affair, held under a perpetual gray London sky. Friends and family mourned the loss of a life taken far too soon. But the story didn't end with Lucille's burial. In the days following the funeral, strange things began to happen. People who had known Lucille started reporting sightings of her. They would catch a glimpse of her on a crowded street, her pale face in the window of a passing bus, or her familiar silhouette standing under a gas lamp at night only for her to vanish when they looked again. Were these just tricks of the mind, apparitions born from grief, or was something else at play? The whispers grew louder when the groundskeeper at Highgate Cemetery made a disturbing discovery. Lucille Ward's grave had been tampered with. The earth was disturbed, clawed at from the inside, as if something had tried to dig its way out. A wave of fear rippled through the community. The stories of Lucille's return were no longer just ghost tales whispered in pubs. They became a terrifying possibility. The figure in the dark coat was also seen again, this time lingering near the desecrated grave, a silent observer to the unfolding horror. Mina Carter, armed with her medical knowledge and a growing belief in the supernatural, refused to accept that her friend was truly gone. She began her own investigation, diving into forgotten folklore and ancient legends brought to London sea shores by ships like the Demeter's Shadow. She learned of creatures that fed on the life force of the living, creatures that could return from the grave, driven by an insatiable thirst. Mina realized that Lucille was not resting in peace. She had become one of them. The question now was not how Lucille had died, but what she had become. And was the tall stranger her master, Or was he, like Mina, trying to stop the darkness that had been unleashed upon the city? The fog over London seemed to thicken, hiding secrets that were clawing their way out of the grave and into the world of the living. The hunt had only just begun. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Tailies from the Shadows.